Hey, it's about 8:30 in the morning at the Sapphic studio. I am so tired. If you know me, you know that I don't wake up before like 9 or 10 a.m. So being here at 8:30 after a weekend of parties is a feat of nature. But I like legitimately could not sleep last night because I have so much to do this week for work. So we're here early. The grind never stops. This is like Lesbian Wolf of Wall Street. No, but I thought I would do just like a little bit of a recap of both the week and also just kind of the summer, because I've been sitting on so much footage because it's been crazy. Despite how insane Garden of has been, me talking like you all know who I am and what I do, you might not. My name is Eden. I own a Sapphic Collective and studio in Chicago, and it has just like exploded in the best way. I'm having a hard time keeping up with it, but it's been the most positive problem ever. And so online, it looks like we've been doing this for a really long time, and it's pretty common for me to be at an event or a class or here in the studio and have people be like, oh my God, like how many years have you been doing this? And I'm like, no, I moved here a year ago. Garden of is like 6 to 7 months old. The studio is 1 month old. It's very, very baby. And so this weekend we had our back to school party. Which was so much fun, and I tried to like kind of vlog prepping for it because I don't know if people understand like how much goes into it on the forefront. But anyway, we'll get to that point in a second. But this is only our third weekend party, which is crazy because every single one of them has been like over 500 to 600 people. But we've had back to school night. Before that, last month, we had Pillow Princess, our slumber party. And then our first party ever was in June. It was our Pride event, and that was Dyke Summer.
I'm a real bad girl, but a real good kisser. Got my hair tied up front, I don't disturb. My jeans so low, show my little back dimple.
So it's insane. Like I've been hosting for years now, obviously, but like on a much different scale. Like I'm having people in my house. It's a house party. And I didn't really get a lot of ramp up time in terms of these weekend parties. Dyke Summer was over 600 people. When we opened doors at 7:30 p.m. like we opened so early because I wanted House of Paint there, and they had another party that night, and so we had their performances really early, so we opened doors really early, and there was like 300 people in line wrapped around the block in Wrigley. And like that was so crazy because it was only a couple months ago and it feels like a lifetime ago. I had no idea what I was doing, and it was the most perfect party ever. And I've like learned a lot since. We've like got on a ticketing platform, which has made things so much easier. We have a really awesome set of security kind of laid out. We've gotten to know the staff at Lost Never Found so much. I love them so much. Like outside of work, they're such incredible people.
Want to redo it. This is your moment.
We've gotten to know our performers better. There's still so much room for growth, and oh my God, so much for me to learn, but I feel like we're like starting to get in a groove. But it is crazy to be like working these 600 person events. I'm an official team of one. I always have like volunteers there, which I'm so grateful for, and I would not be here without our volunteers. But if you see me at the parties, you know that I am literally just like running around all night. And I'm also just like learning a lot. Like people, we be forgetting I was someone's Mormon wife 5 years ago. So like I don't even have experience in nightlife beyond like I got divorced and then I went straight into the pandemic. So it's like I didn't start partying until like a couple years ago. So I'm still like very much learning even just like that culture. So it's like adjusting to a new business, adjusting to a completely different way of life. And I think that, but on like the positive note of that, I do think that's almost like what makes my parties kind of different, is that like I am a party girl for the sake of joy and levity, and not because I like being intoxicated. And I like partying for the community aspect of things and for like the literal human connection of it. Like if you were at Dyke, I weirdly did not cry this weekend, but like I usually cry during performances or cry during a party at least like a couple times, because it just makes me so happy and overwhelmed to see people so blissed out. Like I sound like I'm joking, but my girlfriend and I were talking about it this weekend, but like during drag performances, especially like during our performers at the parties, like I will get like so emotional. It feels like there is no pain in that moment. I feel like I sound like I'm quoting Perks of Being a Wallflower, but like I mean it. There's a sense of levity that I get at no other time than I do in those moments. And it is just like this beautiful thing to be able to like look around and see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Sapphics experiencing the same thing. And it is truly like the honor of my lifetime to like be a part of fostering that. But yeah, that's, I think, like what's kind of set Garden of apart is just this discussion of like, yeah, we're throwing parties, but it's a lot more than that. And like, lead with friendship. Don't come here to get blackout. Like, we're here to like provide a community to one another and connect with one another. And it's just been so beautiful to watch. And on top of that, if you haven't been to the parties, or maybe you have and you haven't noticed yet, all of the parties are themed, and that's on purpose. I talked about this a little bit when we had our Shane lookalike competition back in March, which was a Wednesday party with, I think, 300 to 400 people that ended up coming through. And we had just started, like we were a month old, like we had no right pulling that kind of crowd. But we got featured in the Windy City Times, which was amazing and such an honor. And I talked about it a little bit in there, but I think it's important to talk about now too. I love themed parties because they give people a way to enter that feels less scary. You know exactly what you can wear. You know how everyone else is going to be showing up. 2, it provides a sense of levity. It's so much fun. And 3, and this is like one of the things that I really like to hit on, is like giving you this opening to meet other people and have discussions with them, because at bare minimum, you have the entry point of like talking about the theme and their outfit, or like something fun that they've done. And like alongside that, that is also why I try to have so many things going on at my party, because it gives you a way of connecting, and it also gives you this feeling of like nostalgia and joy. So like the back to school party, for example, we had yearbook photos. I put, you know, like double bubble and lollipops all over the venue. There was places to vote for superlatives. I had like little props and toys that like we grew up with. And I've done this in parties past too, by buying like lip smackers and things like that. I want there to be so much more to my parties than just you coming to party. And maybe it's just in my own head, but I do think that's like a huge part of why Garden of feels the way that it is like I truly want it to be this community experience, and not just that you want to come to a bar with your friends that weekend. So yeah, a lot of prep went into this party. A lot of prep goes into every party. Anyway, a little intermission so you can see what went on behind the scenes of back to school. Wow.
Sorry. And what if we died?
You're making us look pale now.
We're at the Dollar Tree.
Close up on that monobrow.
Wow. I never want to bring like too much because we never end up using everything, but I thought like a football would be fun to hold. Yeah. Well, I looked at those, but they're like vitamin C. I feel like the fun of it that like reminds you of being a kid is the fact that it's like lip smackers. I'm really sad because they don't have like
the fun ones.
Yeah, like none of these are funny. Like people won't know what they're for.
Like big.
Claire and I will go to the parties, and you and Jackie can stay home.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that happy face.
I have been revived. My first matcha of the day at like 3 p.m. If you haven't been to Fat Milk, you need to. I'm walking upon what looks... It's like a big group of like really scary looking, finance looking white men. It looks like a white person's wedding, and that distinction is really important to me because they're... Oh. This is so scary. Some people really don't know a singular person of color, and they don't question it. Anyway, I'm gonna go home, eat my first meal of the day, and it needs to be a good one because I probably won't eat much tonight. And then it's time to go to the studio, get ready, and kind of like get everything ready, like supplies wise. I feel like if my grain plan, the dry shampoo and like texture spray in these, because don't you feel like it's just too nice? No, I know, it's my first time. What are you talking about?
They're not even a Sapphic of Chicago.
No, but to say I guessed off of TikTok.
Yeah, they look really good.
Like my hair is obviously like a hair redder.
Yeah.
That actually might have been it. Me? Drafts. No, Eden!
Your camel toe is going crazy.
Because I'm supposed to have a penis.
We had a new set of performers. We had Winter Dior, Dear Jamie, Galilea, and Omani Cross. I swear I was concerned something would fly into my mouth at one point, because like I am just always like so just jaw agape watching our performers, like whether it's House of Paint or the girls that we had this weekend. Like this is our first time having anyone other than House of Paint, and I love those girls down, and they left big shoes to fill, and these girls filled them, and it was just so incredible. Please go follow all of them. I'm also just going to like link the Instagrams of everyone we work with, and I would love for you to go support them. But yeah, it's been a really busy summer, a busy couple of weeks. This is our second month open in the studio, and I jam-packed this month. Like there is something almost every single day, and I'm very tired. I'm loving it, but I'm very tired, so I'm going to make a lot of changes, I think, specifically this week as I sit down to like lay out what October is going to look like, because October is going to be very party heavy. It's Halloween, so that's basically like gay Olympics. So just know that there's a lot of things going on soon. Check the calendar. But I also am going to be embarking on a bit of a series during October that is going to take a lot more of my personal time. Bitnia, who is an amazing creator in New York City, lesbian creator in New York City, did this incredible series just documenting the different lesbian and sapphic spaces in New York City, which is just a piece of my heart, both collectives and spaces. Go give her a follow. But I commented on one of her TikToks to just be like, would you be okay if I did something like this in Chicago? Like, I don't want to take your idea, but I also love this idea and it's amazing. And I think it's really, really interesting to be, you know, almost like doing a research project on these spaces and what's going on in them and what that looks like. And I got the go ahead. Thank you, Queen. So I'm going to be starting that project next month, which I'm really, really excited about, because I also started Garden of so quickly after moving to Chicago that like I personally did not get to experience a lot of the Sapphic nightlife here that I wanted to, because I didn't think Garden of would be this. Like this was not the plan. So I'm going to be taking it a little bit slower outside of our parties, like to work on some personal projects and give myself the time and space for that, and also to go grocery shopping again and like maybe go to the gym, maybe go to yoga. So lots of things are going to be up and coming. If you want to lock into the party schedule or our class schedule or come to the studio, all of that information is on our website. But this month, September, we have the Sadie Hawkins dance at the end of the month. Next month, we have Dress Is Your Type, Y2Gay, Dykes and Denim, obviously Sapphic Halloween. I literally cannot wait. So I'll see you soon.